So yesterday, an absolute ton of you guys were asking me questions on Twitter, and a lot of them revolved around when the unreleased vehicles were going to be coming out in Grand Theft Auto Online. And it was kind of too much for me to include all of that in my Q&A video because I didn't want it to be like 90% that, 10% of the other questions. So this is the video I'm going to be talking about right now because there is a lot of unreleased content left. And a lot of people want to know when it's coming out and, when it will be added into Grand Theft Auto Online. And from what we know so far and through Rockstar's kind of past history, I'm going to give you the details on when you can expect this because it's going to be important for some of you guys because there will be a lot of expensive items. There could be, times where you need to make yourself free or available. So that's why I do this sort of thing so you can be as best prepared as possible. But with out of the way, let's not waste any more time and let's get it started. So let's talk about what we know so far. There are 4 remaining vehicles left in the game coding, that being the Shotaro Tron bike, the Esky, we've got the Tornado Rat Rod, and we have the Yuga Classic van. So those are the 4 vehicles remaining, and we also have one new adversary mode, which is Deadline. Now we know Deadline is going to be tied to the Tron bike because it is a Tron style game mode, and it's likely you're going to have to play that game mode in order to unlock the bike. Now there was another adversary mode called Kill Quota that was added in the files as well, but it doesn't seem to be complete right now, so it's unlikely that this will be added without a further downloadable DLC. Now there's 2 bits of information we get on Rockstar's Newswire. The first of which is that it looks like the Halloween, week is going to be ending on Monday, November 7th. So that's when the new event week that's going on right now is going to be looking to end. So it's not going to be happening tomorrow, which is October 31st, which is Halloween, but it's going to be Monday, November 7th. So next Monday. So this was kind of a uniquely long event week. It was like 10 or 11 days long just due to the way Halloween started on Friday and obviously the actual date of Halloween on Monday. So that's not going to be ending until November 7th. And there's also another date that they mentioned, and that is the existing Halloween content, the Hearse and the Frankenstein, are not going to be removed from the game until November 15th. So I think the date we need to focus on here is going to be November 8th. I think that's going to be the first opportunity that Rockstar will have to add content into the game. I don't think they're going to add any content this Tuesday, which is November 1st. I think that would conflict too much with the current Halloween event that is going on right now, and it just seems way too early after releasing the Sanctus on Friday. So I think the first date we need to look for here is going to be Tuesday, November 8th. So let's say that Tuesday, November 8th is the date. Well, what sort of content is going to be coming out? Well, I can see it acting very similar to the first event week we got that featured the Raptor and the Demon, a pretty simple event week that doesn't feature either the new adversary mode or the Shotaro Tron bike. So here's how I think it's going to work. I think that on November 8th, we're going to see 2 vehicles, and one of those vehicles is not going to be there, and I think that's going to be the Shotaro. So I believe it's going to be any combination of the Tornado Rat Rod, the Yuga Classic, or the Esky. Now, my prediction is that it's going to be sort of a continuation of the Halloween theme with the Tornado Rat Rod and the Yuga Classic, which in my opinion should have been added with the Halloween update. Those are the vehicles that I'm predicting we're going to see on November 8th. They kind of are focused around Halloween. We know the Yuga Classic has a livery that's just like the Mystery Machine, the Tornado Rat Rod. It looks like it's straight out of like a Halloween movie or a TV show or something like that. It's got that Halloween vibe going on for sure. So those are kind of the vehicles I'm expecting to be released in the first wave of content in November. If we then follow Rockstar's recent trend of making these event weeks 2 weeks long, we would then flash forward to the 4th Tuesday in November, which would be November 22nd. We would be skipping the 15th because, like I'd imagine, I'm assuming they're going to be going, 2 weeks here as far as their event weeks go. And that's when we would see what in my prediction is going to be the Shotaro Tron bike, the Esky bike, and then the Deadline adversary mode. The Deadline and the Shotaro are kind of tied at the hip. When one of them is going to be released, the other will be released. So that's my prediction right there. Now, why I believe the Shotaro is going to be released last is kind of what I explained in my Q&A video yesterday for a couple reasons. Number one, we know the price of the Shotaro. It's going to be $2.3 million, which is very expensive. And Rockstar just released a very pricey bike into the game, that being the Sanctus. So I know for a fact that they don't likely want to release back-to-back $2 million+ vehicles. That wouldn't really go over well community-wise. A lot of people are already complaining about the price of the Sanctus. But number two, Rockstar probably knows the hype surrounding this bike. They know it's probably the most anticipated, the one that everyone is looking forward to the most. So why would they release that with other content still left to go? They want to build up the hype as much as possible, especially because it's going to be paired with a very special and unique adversary mode, the Deadline one, that is likely for the Tron style game mode. So that's my prediction right there. On November 8th, we're going to see 2 new vehicles and likely some other discounts as well. My prediction is that it's kind of a continuation of the quote-unquote Halloween theme. So we'll see the Rat Rod and we'll also see the Yuga Classic. And then come November 22nd, we're going to see the Shotaro, the Deadline adversary mode, and then the Esky bike. And if that does happen, that's it. That's all of the unreleased content. Now, what could happen with each one of these weeks as well could be some new clothing opportunities. Rockstar have a ton of hidden and locked away clothing t-shirt items in the game. I mean, just with the Halloween update, we got 3 t-shirts that were added. One of them if you bought the Sanctus, 2 of them just for logging in to Grand Theft Auto Online. So there are a lot of shirts still in the game. As I mentioned earlier, there's bound to be a bunch of GTA money and RP opportunities, bonuses, discounts, sales, and a whole lot more. And then this kind of leads into another question that I received a lot is, are we going to be receiving a new DLC in November? And my answer to that is no. It doesn't look like there's going to be a new DLC in November, very similarly to how there wasn't a new DLC last year in November in 2015. It just is kind of that in-between month between the October update and what's likely to come at the end of the year in December. And Rockstar just wouldn't have the time to push out another update. Like I said, they've still got 4 vehicles and an adversary mode to release into the game. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about the adversary modes. It seems like Rockstar are just kind of pushing them out as they go. Although I do kind of like the new one that was added into the game, Lost versus Damned. But I know a lot of people just kind of don't love the adversary modes and wish Rockstar wouldn't just release them into the game. I know a ton of people would prefer that they work on new content and whatnot and trying to get better DLCs into the game or fix updates or, you know, whatever they're going to do going forward in the future. And then that kind of leads us to December. And that's honestly when I expect the next Grand Theft Auto Online DLC to release. Now, I don't know if that'll happen early December, mid-December. That's likely when it's going to come out sometime around then because it's pretty clear that there's going to be some festive surprise 2016 content that's likely involved in that update. So that's also why I like the dates of the 8th and the 22nd, because that then gives Rockstar basically a full week to then announce or tease another DLC, likely the high-risk, high-reward, vehicle-based business one that we're probably going to see sometime in December. So honestly, this has got me really excited, but I know some of you guys may be disappointed in the lack of content in November, but there are some things that I'm pretty excited about. I'm obviously very excited about the Shotaro, the new Deadline adversary mode. The Tornado Rat Rod is pretty awesome, so we've still got some amazing unreleased vehicles left in Grand Theft Auto Online. It's honestly just going to be how Rockstar spaces them out. And what I've said kind of makes the most sense. Right in the middle of the month, really balanced, 2 weeks apart. And it's also almost 2 weeks apart from when the Halloween stuff was added into the game as well. So hopefully this should give you a better idea of when the unreleased content is going to be arriving in Grand Theft Auto Online. Should give you ample opportunity to either make some more money or to grind out some more money. One of the best examples, like I said, I've stated is going on right now is playing that new adversary mode, Lost versus Damned, because it is double money NRP. You can make some pretty serious cash with that. So jump on it because, as we all know, some pretty expensive vehicles are coming, with obviously the most expensive one coming probably at the end of the month, that being the Shotaro, as well as the outfits. I totally forgot to mention that as well. That Tron outfits as well are rumored to be $200,000 each. So get to making money here because this stuff could be pretty pricey. And as I always do with DLCs and new content, I'm going to be trying to help you guys out as best as I can. So over on my Twitter account, whenever there's a new DLC vehicle or content released in the game, I do a shark card giveaway of some sort. So that link is in the description. It's in the description of every video. It's to my Twitter account. So go over there, follow me. I typically talk about some cool stuff, GTA 5 stuff, and we do giveaways as well, trying to help you guys out along the way also. But anyways, that's all the information I have for you guys in this video today. today. Hopefully you did enjoy, and hopefully this gave you a better idea of when the new unreleased content is going to be releasing into Grand Theft Auto Online. If you did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. I should have one more Grand Theft Auto 5 video coming out later today, as well as a live stream. We're going to try to do something fun here, but hopefully you guys do enjoy that. But of course, with out of the way, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.